about who you are. So we first talked about our family. Our family is so loving. They're so wonderful. And for some of you, that's true. And for some of you, it's not so true. And in my family, my brothers, I have 3 younger brothers, and they used to call me Angelica. Do you remember from the Rugrats? And because I was the boss. And still to this day, understanding I'm 55 years old, I have not lived in the same house with them since I was 18. And they still will go, you remember we used to call you Angelica? I'm going, yeah. And they're like, you're still kind of like that, right? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, why is it that our siblings do that? Why is it that you can go home at Christmas, you're all spiritual before you get home? Everybody in church knows you're this person, that you have all this knowledge of the Bible, you're leading a Bible study, and you go home and you become a little girl again. You go home and there's fights that start up, and remember when, or remember you did this, and remember we were kids, and I don't want to talk about this again, and I don't want to bring this story up, and how should we take care of our mother? How should we take care of our father? Oh my gosh. But that's what happens with families. Because your family lives this way or that way, you must be like them, right? Because they call themselves a Baptist, you must be a Baptist. You must be a Methodist. You must be a Catholic. Because of them, you are what you are, but not necessarily. Because your family members have addictions, health issues, and other strongholds, failures. Often they'll give you their identity or their limits. Have you ever noticed that with your families? Because they have issues and problems, people assume you're going to. And while there are genetics and there are generational curses and things do get brought down, you still have a choice on whether to go that path. I'm aware of the addictions in my family. My birth father did not do well with alcohol. He was not a good drinker. I do not drink. I don't want to be around drinking. It's not my thing. It's because of me in my life. I saw what it did to my father. I saw what it did to my uncles. I know that there's a chance because I have a highly addictive personality. I don't do anything halfway. If I'm going to eat sugar, I'm going to eat all of it. Right? Do you know my favorite thing in England? My favorite thing, my second favorite thing are the hearts. My favorite thing are refreshers. Do you know what refreshers are? I literally can eat a whole roll in about 5 minutes. They're so, I thank God I can't get them in America. Because I would eat them all the time. I know my personality. And so why take that risk? I don't own a credit card. I have a debit card. Why? Because when I was young, I was stupid. I don't want to let the enemy have a foothold to put me back into that area. So you do learn from your family's junk. But I still have a choice not to take on that identity. Because my family has this problem, I'm going to have that problem. Because your family has a business or has gone down a path of education, you're expected to do the same thing. Well, we come from a long line of barristers. So I guess you'll be one too. Well, no, I'd like to be a greeter at one of the local grocery stores. You know, I'd like to be a sweeper, to sweep up the dirt. And no, that's not. You're not going to be allowed to do things like that. You're not going to be allowed to be somebody common. You're not going to be allowed. If you were a doctor, your father was a doctor, you're going to be a doctor. But what if you don't feel called to do that? Or the opposite, your family came from nothing, and you did choose to be a lawyer, or a doctor, or an educator. And your family goes, what do you mean? We're not smart enough. We can't do that. You're a woman. You can't do that. Yeah, but no, I really feel called. I can do it. I'm going to go back to school at 50. Going back to school at 50? What are you, crazy? Why would you do that? But that's, again, the limits of our family. Because our family likes to put us where they are. While some things are passed down, again, you have a choice. You are not your parents or your siblings. You are not your children. Because they failed does not mean you're going to fail. And because they're stressed out, lack confidence, and gave up, doesn't mean you will. Amen?
Amen.
So think about your drawings. Are they changing now? Are your drawings changing? Maybe something you put on there, you go, wait a minute, you know what? I am not this. I'm going to cross that off right now. They say this about me. That's not my identity. I'm going to cross it off. Okay? So now what about that spouse or ex-spouse or ex-boyfriend, they should know you at a level of intimacy that no one else does. They can tell you the truth, hopefully without anything to gain or history of your past. However, they can also manipulate the truth due to their own insecurities. Right? Again, like our family, we can easily transfer their limits into ourselves. We often see in our failed marriages and romantic relationships